Chosen One, the universe is about to hand you what you have been praying for, Chosen One. I need you to anchor every part of your being to what I am about to reveal. That ache in your chest, the one you have been carrying like a secret weight, the one that wakes you up at 2 a.m. and whispers that maybe you have been forgotten. Stop running from it. Stop pretending it doesn't matter. Because what I am about to tell you will reframe everything you thought you knew about why this hasn't happened yet. The enemy has been working in overdrive this week, and I am not talking about random spiritual interference. I am talking about calculated, strategic attacks designed specifically to keep you from seeing what is directly in front of you. He sees what is about to converge. He knows what happens when two souls carrying divine fire finally recognize each other, and he knows he cannot stop it. So he is doing the only thing left in his arsenal. He is trying to convince you that you already missed it, that the moment passed, that you made too many mistakes, that you chose yourself too many times, and now the door is closed. But let me tell you what heaven sees right now. You didn't find this message by accident. The algorithm didn't bring you here. This is a divine appointment that was written into the fabric of time before your name was spoken, before your face took form. You are standing at the edge of something prophets dreamed about and kings waited for. Stay until the very last word, because I am going to hand you the one truth that dismantles every lie you have been believing. I am going to reveal the exact pattern the enemy has been using to delay what God already decided. And at the end, I am going to give you the words that seal this covenant and lock the door on everything that has tried to keep you from it. Do not leave. Your future self, the one standing beside the person heaven designed for you, is begging you to stay. If you walk away now, you walk away right before the door swings open. I know what this week has felt like. The air hasn't just been heavy, it has been oppressive, like something invisible is pressing down on every thought you have about this person, about your future, about whether you are too late or too broken or too far gone. Maybe you have been lying awake, replaying that conversation where you said too much, or the one where you didn't say enough. Maybe you have felt this strange ache that you cannot explain to anyone. Because how do you tell someone that you are grieving something you never actually had? Or maybe you looked at this person or thought of them and felt something so specific, so deep, that it terrified you, because you have never felt anything like it before, and you don't know if you are strong enough to hold it. You feel suspended, like you are standing in a corridor between who you were and who you are about to become. And in that corridor, everything is quiet in a way that feels both holy and unbearable. And in that silence, the enemy has been whispering one very specific lie. Listen closely. He is telling you that the reason this feels incomplete, the reason it feels delayed, the reason it feels complicated, is because of something you did. He is replaying that moment when you pulled away too fast, that moment when you were afraid and showed it, that moment when you chose yourself, and now you are wondering if that choice disqualified you. The accuser is telling you that you ruined it, that the version of you who made those decisions isn't worthy of the love heaven set aside for the chosen. But I need you to hear what the word actually says. Romans 8:28 declares, "All things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are called according to His purpose." All things, not the easy things, not the pretty things. All things, that silence, that withdrawal, that moment you thought was your biggest mistake. Heaven didn't delete it from the plan. Heaven used it to build the foundation. The enemy wants you to believe you are watching a collapse. But what you are actually witnessing is a construction. You are not in a delay. You are in a preparation. The heaviness you feel isn't the weight of something ending. It is the weight of something being completed. It is the final pressure before the breakthrough. The last breath before the cry. The last hour of night before the sun doesn't just rise, it floods everything. You think the distance between you and this person is evidence that it is falling apart. Let me reframe your entire reality. That distance is not destruction. That distance is design. Two people don't become the most powerful couple on earth by accident. They are forged. They are tested. They are sent through a fire that would consume anyone who wasn't truly called to stand beside each other. And the fact that you are still standing, still believing, still feeling this pull, even when everything around you has screamed to let go, that is not weakness. That is the mark of the chosen. What God joins together isn't just romantic. it is strategic. And if you have been feeling like your love life has been one of the most spiritually contested areas of your existence, it is because the enemy understands something about you that you are still learning to see. He doesn't waste warfare on ordinary things. He reserves his most sophisticated attacks for assignments that carry the most weight, and a union between two people who both carry divine fire. That doesn't just change a household, that changes history. Imagine two stars burning with the intensity of God's own heart, coming together not to orbit each other, but to ignite a galaxy. This isn't just a merger of two souls. This is a conjunction of destinies, a force designed to reshape realities, to birth movements, to leave an indelible mark on the fabric of time. The enemy knows this. He sees what happens when two vessels filled with divine essence are yoked together. He knows such a union isn't merely a personal victory. It is a cosmic shift, a strategic alliance that dismantles his fortresses and ushers in unprecedented light. That is why he is fighting so hard. Not because you are weak, because you are dangerous. Some messages don't just inform, they activate. If something just stirred in your spirit, it means you are ready to go deeper. I have left something in the pinned comment below for those who feel called to take the next step. It is not for everyone, but if it is for you, you will know. The link is there when you are ready. Before we go further, I want you to understand something about the season you are in right now. This isn't random. This isn't punishment. This isn't God forgetting about you while everyone else gets their breakthrough. What you are experiencing right now is what I call the compression before the expansion. Think about a diamond. It doesn't begin as something beautiful. It starts as carbon, ordinary, unremarkable, common. But when that carbon is subjected to extreme pressure and intense heat deep within the earth, something miraculous happens. The molecular structure transforms. What was once ordinary becomes extraordinary. What was once worthless becomes priceless. That pressure you are feeling, that is not evidence that you are in the wrong place. That is evidence that you are being transformed into something the world has never seen before. Every moment of isolation you have endured wasn't wasted time. It was preparation time. Every tear you have cried in secret wasn't weakness. It was worship. Every night you have spent alone wondering if anyone would ever understand the depth of your heart, that wasn't abandonment. That was anointing. You have been set apart because you were chosen for something set apart. And the person who is coming into your life, they have been going through their own compression, their own transformation, their own fire. Because God doesn't pair eagles with chickens. He doesn't unite warriors with the faint-hearted. He doesn't join world changers with the comfortable. You have been asking, where is my person? But heaven has been asking, are you ready to become the person your person needs? And the answer, the one that is being written right now in this very moment, is yes. You are ready. Not because you are perfect, but because you are willing. Now let's talk about what most people in your season completely overlook. There is something God builds into a chosen partnership that cannot be manufactured, cannot be rushed, and cannot be borrowed from someone else's love story. It is a shared language of the Spirit, a resonance so specific that when you encounter the right person, something in you will recognize something in them. And it will have nothing to do with attraction, everything to do with alignment. And that alignment will not feel like fireworks. It will feel like rest, like exhaling for the first time in years, like coming home to a place you have never been but have always known. This is the sign most people miss, because they have been taught to look for intensity. They have mistaken chaos for chemistry and anxiety for passion. But what God is bringing into your life will not destabilize you. It will not keep you guessing. It will not leave you constantly proving your worth. It will steady you, it will see you, it will call you higher without making you feel small. True spiritual alignment is not a volcanic eruption. It is the deep, silent flow of a mighty river. It is not the dizzying height of a roller coaster. It is the quiet strength of a mountain. This connection doesn't demand you prove your worth. It affirms it. It doesn't create chaos. It cultivates calm. It doesn't destabilize you. It grounds you. It calls you to a higher purpose, not by making you feel inadequate, but by revealing the divine potential already within you. And here is the part you probably didn't expect. The thing that has been blocking this union from arriving isn't the enemy's attacks, as real as those have been. It is not your past, as painful as it was. And it is not the other person's unreadiness. The hidden root, the one thing that has quietly kept the door from opening, is this: some part of you hasn't yet fully believed you deserve a love that doesn't cost you your peace. You have been so conditioned by love that came with conditions. Love that required you to shrink. Love that always had a price. That when something wholesome and pure and aligned begins to approach your life, something in you gets uncomfortable with it. And that discomfort disguises itself as discernment. It whispers that it is too good, that something must be wrong, that you should be careful, that you have been fooled before. This is the most insidious barrier, because it masquerades as wisdom. You have been trained to associate love with struggle, with compromise, with the painful shedding of your authentic self. So when a love appears that is genuinely peaceful, pure, and aligned with your highest good, a part of you recoils. It screams, "This cannot be right. It is too easy. It is a trap." And until that deep interior agreement is broken, the one that says love for you has to be hard to be real, the door stays closed. Not because God isn't faithful, not because your person isn't out there, but because the version of you that walks into that union must be someone who is fully ready to receive it without sabotaging it. God is not withholding your destined partner. He is waiting for the version of you who is equipped to not only receive but sustain that sacred union without succumbing to old patterns of self-destruction. You must be ready to believe that love can be both profoundly powerful and deeply peaceful. That wholeness doesn't require the relinquishing of yourself. Think about Moses. Before the burning bush, before the parting of the Red Sea, before he led millions out of bondage, he was a murderer, an exile, a wanderer. But 40 years in the desert stripped him bare. He learned humility, patience, and profound dependence on the divine shepherd. When the burning bush appeared, it wasn't just a divine encounter. It was Moses' true self, unburdened by pretense, finally stepping forward to answer the call. Your wilderness season, however long or arduous it may seem, is precisely this process. Divesting from borrowed identities and embracing the authentic essence of who God created you to be. You have been in your own desert, and like Moses, you have probably asked more than once why it is taking so long. But the real question isn't about timing. The real question is whether you are willing to let the desert finish its work. Because the moment you exit prematurely, you carry the unfinished pieces into the promise, and they become the very thing that destabilizes what God built for you. The desert is a teacher. Its lessons are harsh but invaluable. It teaches patience when we crave haste, resilience when we feel weak, trust when doubt assails us, to rush out of this sacred space, to flee the refining fire before its work is complete, is to bring the baggage of unfinished growth into the promised land. Imagine a builder constructing a foundation without allowing the concrete to cure. The moment weight is applied, the entire structure is compromised. Similarly, if we emerge from our spiritual deserts before they have fully prepared us, we risk bringing unhealed patterns, unresolved issues, and incomplete identities into the very blessings God has orchestrated. These unfinished pieces become the silent saboteurs of our destiny. The true test is not your endurance of the hardship, but your willingness to surrender to its transformative power, allowing it to complete its divine task within you. Here is what the enemy doesn't want you to know. Every single moment of waiting has been building something in you that cannot be built any other way. The patience you have developed while waiting, that is going to be the anchor that keeps your relationship steady when storms come. The discernment you have gained from past heartbreak, that is going to be the wisdom that protects what God is giving you. The independence you have cultivated while being alone, that is going to be the strength that allows you to be in a relationship without losing yourself in it. The intimacy with God you have deepened in the silence, that is going to be the foundation that holds both of you when the world gets loud. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was random. Every tear-watered seeds you couldn't see being planted. You weren't being overlooked. You were being prepared for something so specific, so sacred, that anything less than this exact preparation would have left you unequipped for the weight of the glory you are about to carry. And here is the part that will shift everything. The waiting wasn't just about getting you ready. It was about getting them ready too. While you have been in your wilderness, they have been in theirs. While you have been learning to stand alone, they have been learning the same lesson. While you have been crying out to God, asking if this is ever going to happen. They have been doing the exact same thing. You are not waiting for them to appear. You are waiting for both of you to be ready at the same time. And that moment, that divine synchronicity where two prepared hearts finally recognize each other, is closer than you think. This is your moment, not tomorrow. Not when you feel more prepared, right now. In this very second, the Most High is inviting you to make a decision, not a feeling, not a wish, but a decision that you are worthy of the love He designed before you were born, that the suffering was not your identity, that the delay was not your destiny, that the two of you, you and the one He has already prepared, will walk in a dimension of love and purpose and power that the world has been waiting to witness. But before we seal this with the declaration, I want to give you something practical, something you can watch for. Because when this person enters your atmosphere, or when the person who is already in your life reveals themselves as the one, there will be signs. Not the signs the world taught you to look for, but the ones heaven planted in your spirit before you even knew to ask. Here is what to watch for. You will feel peace in their presence, not anxiety. The relationship will not make you question your worth every other day. It will not leave you constantly wondering where you stand. There will be a settledness, even in the early stages, a knowing that doesn't need validation from them or approval from others. You will feel more like yourself, not less. They will not require you to edit your personality, dim your light, or apologize for your intensity. They will celebrate the parts of you that others found too much, and in their presence you will stop performing and start being. You will be challenged to grow, but never shamed for where you are. They will see your potential and call it forward, but they will not make you feel small while doing it. There is a difference between someone who pushes you toward your destiny and someone who punishes you for not being there yet. The right person knows the difference. You will experience spiritual alignment, not just physical attraction. You will find yourselves praying together naturally, worshiping together authentically, having conversations about God that don't feel forced or religious, but real and raw and reverent. This is non-negotiable for a chosen union. You will both carry a sense of assignment. You will start dreaming together about what God is calling you to build, to create, to impact. It will not be vague, it will be specific, and you will both feel it without having to convince each other. These aren't fairy tale fantasies. These are the markers of a covenant designed in heaven. And if you are reading this and realizing that what you have or what you are pursuing doesn't match these markers, that is not bad news. That is clarity. And clarity is a gift even when it hurts, because the enemy's greatest weapon isn't keeping you from the right person. It is convincing you that the wrong person is right long enough that you miss the real thing when it arrives. Now, place your hand on your heart right now and speak this over yourself. I release every agreement I made with love that required me to lose myself. I release every wound that told me I was too much or never enough. I cancel every counterfeit connection that was sent to occupy the space God reserved for something holy. I declare that I am fully ready to receive the love that heaven designed for me, not the imitation, not the substitute, but the real thing. I declare that my partner and I will walk in alignment, in purpose, in power, and in peace. I declare that what God joins in us will not be broken, will not be interrupted, and will not be stopped. I am chosen. I am worthy. And the most powerful chapter of my story is not behind me. It is just beginning. If this message confirmed what your spirit already knew, share it with someone who needs to hear it today. And if you are ready to go deeper, if something in you is saying, yes, I need more of this, I have left something in the first pinned comment below. It is a space I have created for those who are ready to walk this path with intention and community. There is no obligation, no pressure. Just an invitation for those who feel the call. Your breakthrough isn't coming. It is already here.